Hey guys, just posting a quick video to touch base on what we want to be thinking about tonight and discussing. You are going to see those reflections I have posted have to do with the videos that we can access within the textbook. And I think those are helpful just to give you a slightly better idea on some of them of what's going on, how the teacher kind of interacts, some examples. Some of the videos are super short and some are like 10 minutes. So do those reflections, and you might want to do that first before you get on the discussion, just because it might give you a better idea of one of the strategies that you liked or something like that. But in part 4 of the text, which is what we read for this week in the nonfiction book, we had the strategies that they are wanting the kids to learn to use as they are reading nonfiction specifically. So the strategies were, in case you have forgotten, please go back and reread, but possible sentences, remember that prepares them to get ready to read and kind of anticipate what's coming. The KWL 2.0, again, that one is actually before, during, and after reading strategy that they can use. Somebody wanted, but so, and that just kind of helps them learn to summarize. Syntax surgery, the video for that one I think is helpful because it shows you that it's a slow process teaching them to use something like that, and yet if we teach them, if we let them practice it, then think how helpful that can be when they can do that on their own, and they will have that tool in their tool belt from then on. And then there's a few more sketch to stretch, which also is kind of mentioned in that video with the syntax surgery. There's an example of it there as well. Genre reformulation and posters. So that was the part that we read in the reading nonfiction text. And then in our Greek and Latin roots, chapter 2 is really a short chapter, easy to understand. It's all about roots. And I think it's really good for us to see these things, because a lot of us were not taught vocabulary in this way at all. Some of us may have figured it out kind of ourselves. Some of us maybe through having a different language as a first language or learning a second language may have learned some of these things about roots and cognates. It sounds intimidating maybe, but really, when you read through this, and like their whole example with the root of mot, M-O-T, is just, I think it's powerful that, these things really translate across English, and that this can be extremely helpful tool for our kids as they add to their vocabularies. It's also fun if we make it fun, right? Letting them come up with as many words as they can that have that root in it. And you know what? They're going to come up with some that maybe it looks like it has the root in it, but it doesn't. That's okay, because it's all to learn. It's all to explore these different word meanings. And this chapter also mentions a few things that you should be familiar with as a teacher, like the phonemes. What is a phoneme? What is a, let's see, what do they call it? I'm thinking of morpheme. I think they called it something else. Semantic unit. That's a morpheme. It's the same thing as that. Cognates. So those are some terms that you just probably need to be familiar with in education anyway. But one of the reflections has to do with this as well. So make sure that you look through those. And then in our discussion, if you will post anything from either one of those chapters that you liked, that you found helpful. For me personally, reviewing the whole idea of roots is really good for me, because it just reminds me what a powerful tool that is for our kids, and that it's really, really important. So I hope you found the chapters good and helpful, and that you've had a good week. I'm feeling much better. I had been sick over the weekend and getting everything caught up today, and I think that's all I've got for now. So have a good week. Let me know if you have questions. I moved some stuff around on the modules, mostly so that you would remember as you look at module for class 4 tonight, that you do have some things upcoming that you need to kind of be looking at, like the Google tutorial and the argumentative assignment, which we changed from an argumentative paper to this kind of an activity using books. So let me know if you have questions. Contact me anytime. Hope you have a good week. Bye.